This started long before the economic downturn. Over a year ago, we started to see clients saying that the way we run our meetings, the way we run our events is changing. The delegates are demanding more. The delegates' view of meetings and events is very much different than it was. At the end of the day, everybody is exceptionally busy these days. And so if you're going to an event, then for the majority of people, they're going there already engaged. They're going there wanting knowledge and information. So it's about providing something of value for people. We in business, we're talking about measurements, and people are being measured, and people are being monitored, and people are being evaluated, and everything else. And then, yes, we'll go to this meeting and then come back and do nothing differently. I mean, for heaven's sake, it's about going to a meeting and coming away being able to do something new, something different as a result of this event or this meeting or whatever it is. It's not just about having a good time being away. And then, of course, there's all the other things that are affecting the industry, like the need for it to be greener. I'm now saying to people where I'm going, why do I need to provide you with all the slides and everything in advance so that you can print it off for the delegates? You know something? The delegates are not going to even look at it, most of them. And those that do sit and write notes to it are going to take it back and put it on a shelf. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put my slides into a format, and I will add anything of value that came out of my presentation with them, and I'll email it to you. Then you can distribute it to them afterwards. Then if they wish to print it off or download it, it's at their expense and at their conscience. And it's that type of thinking which says, what is the return on our investment from doing this event? What is the change in behavior we want out of people? What is the skills and knowledge we need them to be having as a result of this event? And then how do we do it more environmentally? How do we do it more time effectively? And it's those sort of things. And in times gone past, there was always this friction that went between the company or the organization holding the event, and then you've got the meeting planner, and then you've got the bureau, and then you've got the speaker, and then you've got the lighting engineers, and then and there's all these, and they're all fighting each other. The only way the events are going to absolutely get maximum from them is if those groups work together and work in harmony. And, genuinely, I was mortified recently phoning up a bureau because a friend of mine wanted something very specific, something very unusual, to be honest with you, in terms of a speaker. And I didn't know anybody who does that. I'm a content speaker. And so I phoned up and asked this particular bureau, do you have anything? First question the bureau asked is, how long do you want the speaker to speak for? Well, I think it's an hour's presentation. So the speaker can just come in and go at the end of the day. And I'm going, this bureau is taking no time to find out what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for it, or anything else. So a year ago, we started to see the change that's happening. And we wrote a report on this, and that's why Speakers with Content was devised as a result of that, was to look for ways of putting the right person in front of the audience that can actually deliver something of value for people, and that people can walk away from and use the next day when they're going back into the workplace. And that, I think, is the challenge for the industry to learn to work together a lot more, harmonize a lot more, and be outcome focused. And I just see the economic downturn as speeding that process up. I don't see it as a bad thing. Meetings are going to be needed more than ever in an economic downturn, because you need to keep people informed, you need to keep them focused, you need to keep them motivated. So it's a prime time for the industry to show its mettle, to show what it can do, and that it can actually add value to what's going on in the marketplace. So I'm not concerned. I see it as a chance for everybody to raise their game.